Hey guys, what it is? Mess me up. Hey guys, what it is? It's yo girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon, the OG prison wife. Yes, I've been a prison wife for 20 plus years. I'm also the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before it all fades to black. All right, so I got a guest with me today, and he only got a few minutes with us, so he's gonna I'm gonna hand it straight over to him. I'm sorry while I'm getting caught up over my words.
What's up, y'all? So it's your boy Mac J, the Mighty Mac, the Almighty Mac. I am here. I am also blind. Well, I'm fully blind. I'm not legally blind.
We trying to both fit in this frame.
But I am the blind chef, you guys. That's why we're running late today. I was at home actually cooking. But if you want to know anything more about my channel, you can check me out at the letter D _ Almighty _ Mac. I got a lot of videos over there. I also have my TikTok going, which is Everything's Blind. If you guys are interested in seeing me cook or talk about anything, my dialysis and my journey. So if you guys want to follow me, go ahead and, well, Cadillac will drop that description in her link. You know, she generous,
to
y'all.
his channel, yeah. I think I hit my 1,000 finally. I believe when I woke up this morning, I was at 999. So by now, hopefully I'm not at 997.
Oh, you know. I was just gonna say that. Oh no, it's 37. Never mind. It's 37. So I thought it was like the lucky. I was like, oh, that's your number. But
it could be. I don't know.
No, I was gonna say your number. You know what I'm talking about? That number. But it's not 3 to 9s. But anyway, I'll tell her later because I can't be putting up her business up on here. But how's y'all doing today, y'all? It's nice and sunny. It's hot out here. It was supposed to be a cool, what was it, a cool warning? What's they call a cold front, child? It's a hot front. It ain't been hot. I mean, it ain't been cold since the other day, and it's hot. But let's get right into this video while we are here today. So I'm gonna let Cadillac go ahead and introduce why we're here today, and we're gonna go ahead and get into a review.
Well, Mac, I'm looking in the wrong area. Well, Mac had
pause.
been.
Did you see? I'm getting the 2 for 1 here. But yeah, y'all, so if y'all didn't catch that up, so we are just gonna briefly touch the situation between Latto and Nicki Minaj before I go to work, because I want to
I did kind of catch up with that.
The reason why they are beefing is because Nicki, she felt like the Grammys been snubbing her. Like, if you guys have followed her history with the Grammys, it was because her Roman's Revenge song that she performed 10 years ago, they didn't want her to perform because that was the same Grammy show that Whitney died, and they wanted to give more tribute to Whitney. And Nick was like, no, I'm already here.
For 10 years later?
Yeah, I've already put so much into the performance and everything like that, and you tell me the day of the show that y'all don't want me to perform, and you know it's so much. I've already done commercials, I paid for promotion, I paid dancers, I paid everything. So you know, had she canceled her show, she would have had to still pay all of that and didn't get anything out of it. So
I remember where I was at when I heard when Whitney died.
I was in Walmart. It came over the loudspeaker. It broke my heart. But yeah, y'all, so that's so what Nicki pretty much did was saying, like, the Grammys had been snubbing her for like the last 10 years. They had blackballed her because she still went on and did the performance or whatever that it may have been. So what she was saying was they removed her song Super Freaky Girl out of the rap category and put it into pop,
yeah,
which was
that's
fine.
The only part that I really heard. I didn't hear that background that you said.
Yeah, she had no issue with them doing that. But the point that she was making was, if you're gonna move Super Freaky Girl out of the rap category, then it's no right then to move Latto's Big Energy out of the rap category and put it into pop.
For somebody, that's like when someone's attacking me, saying, "Well, why you ain't attacking them for that?" Because
she was pretty much trying to make a point, like, you know, y'all.
I know,
this
but you using somebody else to make a point, and now that person
right.
go get what they get too.
Right, but it was like the whole thing was Nicki felt like, okay,
trying to stop it.
She also made a reference to Drake, like how Drake won Hotline Bling, and it wasn't even a rap song.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I don't even know what a phone is.
So she was making more references than Latto, but Latto was the only one that took it some type of way. Which Latto was like, I agree with you wholeheartedly in that sentiment. Like, you know, my song is pop. If they're gonna remove you, they should have removed mine and put it with pop too. But you got to remember, taking Nicki out of pop, out of the rap category, putting her in
No,
pop.
but they were showing where that Nicki was actually coming to her and saying different stuff to her.
No,
they have a phone call that's
right.
between
Hold
them
on,
two.
we're gonna get to that.
You ain't even gonna get to the other movies because you ain't got no time.
We're gonna get to that so fast. So I
Hold
can't.
on. People aren't telling the whole background story. They're starting from the point of Nicki Minaj coming at Latto. I didn't hear all that.
Actually,
part.
It was Latto that came first, and Nicki responded, which she shouldn't have because she's older. Latto is a child, I would have just let her have it. Even when y'all agree on the categories, then that's right. Because when you take Nicki out of rap and put her in pop, she's going against pop artists. So other people that's in that pop category don't see her as pop. So of course they're not going to vote for her. So she's going to lose that Grammy. She's not going to win that nomination. She
done won enough in her life.
No, she never won a Grammy.
That girl done won every award you could.
But she's never won a Grammy because this is what's been going on for years. So that's why that was the point that she was making. Like, if you're gonna remove one, had they removed other pop songs, she said even Latto has said that Big Energy is a pop song. Had they removed her song and put it in there too as well, then she would understand. But why take my song that I put blood, sweat, and tears into? It's all rap. It's no pop. It's a pop song, a pop feel, but it's rap. It's no singing in it. It's all rap. Put it in the rap category. That's what she was saying. She said they did it intentionally so she wouldn't win the Grammy because her song sold way more.
The other girl. But the thing is, what I believe
so Latto,
is they trying to usher her out simply because she's getting older. And you want the music is meant to capture the youth so that it can control the youth, so that you can be influenced by it and all of that. The youth are the ones going buying all this stuff. Older people like myself ain't going to buy none of that.
I don't even think that
I
is
think
the
they're
case
trying
because
to
Latto
wait for the newer ones that can.
Because Latto, are we still recording?
Yeah.
Because Latto, Nicki Minaj, that Super Freaky Girl, that song sold what, 40 million? Just her single. It sold more than Latto's whole album.
No, but what I'm saying is they know she's getting older, and they gotta.
But she's not even on the record label.
They
anymore.
gotta start cultivating somebody that can capture the younger youth, like she did when she was younger.
But I watched this
with the
video
Barbies and all that,
and it's crazy because she's still running that. But what it is,
the girl, it doesn't matter. She's still 40-something.
She's only 40.
It doesn't matter. She's still 40-something. They want somebody younger.
The thing is what they're saying. It ain't about the age. It's about she didn't sign Nicki is not on the 360. Latto is. So they're gonna
360. They don't get paid nothing. The artists don't get anything.
Correct. So Latto's on the 360. So the label is gonna push her as hard as they can because they're recouping all of that money. So when you win a Grammy, they paid to have Nicki Minaj removed out of the rap category so Latto can win that Grammy. The more you win a Grammy, the more money you can charge for a feature, the more money goes into the label. She's independent, so all her money, she could charge you $100K for a verse. Just for a verse, it's not going back into the label, it's going to her. She's no longer on the label.
Rap game is a game,
but Latto started coming for her.
So it's more than the music. It's always a game,
and that's what Nicki was trying. That's what Nicki was trying to explain to her through the DMs. She was like, "Look, if you listen to the phone call, she said, if your team cared, they would have told you it's not going to benefit you by trying to do this and trying to do that." But Latto intentions were negatively because why would you try to record a phone conversation with her? But
I'm surprised that they allowed that because ain't that against the law?
Yeah.
To be recording and then putting it out there.
Yeah. But
so she might try to sue her.
Nicki was like, you asked me for features and I declined them very nicely. I didn't come at you nasty. Ever since I declined your features, all of a sudden it was XYZ. You no longer care for me, this and that, blah, 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 blah. And that's where it went. But Latto actually started disrespecting her, talking about her husband is an atheist and all this. And she was like, but you wasn't worried about that when you was asking for a feature. You wasn't doing none of that when you was asking me for a feature about my brother or my husband or XYZ. But now that I want to do a feature with you and we beefing, this is what you try to use to hurt me. But it's cool.
It's most likely the record label pushing that type of stuff because they like.
But y'all, it's crazy. But if y'all really want to know the whole backstory, go to the Impressive channel. Like,
I was listening to Lovely T and then the hip hop channels.
Yeah, the Impressive, she breaks it down. Like, she breaks the backstory down.
How you spell that?
I guess Impressive.
E-M or I-M?
I think it's I-M-M-P-R-E-S-S-I-V. Impressive. Because I know y'all, I mean, I'm saying y'all ghetto people. I know some ghetto people spell it different. I ain't mean to say that, y'all. It just came out like that.
Creative people. I don't like why, when you're creative, people want to classify it as ghetto. No, it's creative.
I know this one lady that her middle name was Unique and she spelled it with an E.
Okay, that was creative.
And she spelled pork chops, poke, P-O-K-E.
Yeah, that
is not how you,
yes, there's no such thing as ghetto.
That is not right.
It's true.
But y'all, but we really came here, y'all, for
he was gonna give you some movie rundown.
I'm gonna give y'all this little. It's gonna be a quick because I ain't talking about this topic. But if y'all, I'm gonna just get on to it because I gotta go and clock in, y'all. I gotta pretend to be fake for 8 hours. But y'all, if y'all watched the new Netflix series Dahmer, it was to me, it was hard to get into. It was like
too much.
I would get into it, then I would get out into it, then I would get into it.
When it got to be too much, I was like, I ain't watching no more of this. But then that's when it got good.
No, like let me tell y'all, it took me a month.
The Injustice. Now that's what intrigued me.
Well,
when
not a
it got to that.
Excuse me. It probably took me about 2 weeks to finish the whole series, just because. Like, it wasn't something I normally watch.
I wouldn't watch it.
Excuse me.
It just came on and
it's not something I would normally watch.
It hooks you. That first and second, it for some reason makes you want to watch more and more and more.
Let me tell y'all something. And Mr. Edwards, you know who you is. First of all, let me tell you the red flags I would have noticed. Because, like I said, I'm one of the people I ask a lot of questions. I pay attention to detail. Like, I really look and I pay attention to stuff. When I had sight, like I said, I'm blind now, but he wouldn't have got me even being blind. Because one thing, my senses would have heightened up and I would have smelled that stuff at that door. And I wouldn't have walked up in there, Now, he probably would have threw a bag over my head or something.
If they smell it outside the door, how you can even go in the house like that?
I fight.
And he up there, some old pork chop.
Yeah, I fight.
I know dang old
baby,
pork
let me tell you something. I would have tossed his dumb ass all over that. Little, don't think because I'm blind that I won't get down. I would have tossed his little butt all over that hallway. We would have been tussling. Somebody would have came out that door.
Don't eat no more pork chops if they smell like the pork chops.
Yeah,
they smell like that.
That's some bad meat.
God,
but yeah. First of all, when I walked in that house and I would have smelled that crack smelling, you know, that A crack. I ain't gonna cuss on her channel, but y'all know what I'm saying. I would have been like, this ain't it, Dahmer. Jeffrey, Jeff, whatever you want me to call you, JF, whatever. It stank. It's stinking here.
Well, and she did the character. I can't remember the lady's real name, but Glenda. She did say that. She said that.
Yeah, and when he walked in that apartment, and then the nerve when he seen the stuff in the cup, and he told him it's just dishwashing liquid. Drink it. No, I don't know. I'm not finna drink that. It's stuff all over the top. I don't even like going to restaurants and seeing that greasy residue. I don't drink out of plastic cups when I go to restaurants because it be that residue. I don't like that when it's floating to the top. I can't. It freaks me out. I don't even eat off of silverware at a restaurant because they might have dipped it in something. I don't know. Give me plastic silverware and don't open it. I'll open it myself. You know, the third sign I would have noticed, and when he said it was hot, and he said it was meat, baby, bad meat don't smell like this. This smell like flesh, like human. They don't smell like no meat. I smelled raw flesh and I smelled bad meat before, and it do not smell the same.
It's like they were trying to not actually, it's like when you know something's going on, but you're trying to not address it. So
then he said he locked out and locked. Oh, wait a minute, baby. You locked in too many doors, baby. What you doing? I done heard 5 clicks. You got one doe. Why you need all them clicks like that? No, he wouldn't have got me. Okay? And that's not to take any away from the victims, because sometimes people do get blinded by lust or infatuations or whatever it may be. So that's not to take from the victims, because...
Well, he was actually trying to offer them some. He was luring them there as though he was a photographer.
Right.
Now, I could have possibly got caught up in that manner because I was out there hustling and grinding my music, or it could have been someone talking about they're a lawyer or something, and you could get caught up. Like, be very careful. You do not know people. People can look normal, they can look happy, they can look, baby, people is too much nowadays. So I could have in the past possibly got caught up with some stuff like that. So seeing this really makes you think twice and 3 times and 4 times about meeting people and catching up with them.
Let me tell y'all something. The lifestyle that he was targeting, I'm in. But baby, I ain't never. When I tell you, I ain't never went to somebody's house, baby.
Guy, he was actually trying
to find love.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He was trying to get naked. That's what I seen. I ain't seen nothing about no love. He was trying to make it.
Yeah,
like
but he
was
also
ambitious.
He wrote
was
on the paper, is there any true love in this like city? And remember, he was just trying to find love. He just wanted to be loved and accepted by people. But another thing, y'all, when the police, oh my God, when they gave this little 14-year-old boy back to him, the boy got away. First of all, he was naked. In real life, he was naked. He had blood dripping from the back of his head. The fact and the fact that the Glenda is saying, hey, this is a baby. This is a child. And they steady saying, no, he's 19. The girls is saying, no, we go to school with him. He is a kid. He's a child. We all go to the same school. And
they even ask kids for ID. Because I remember that time with me and Philip, and they asked me, did I have ID? And I'm like, I'm a child. They said I meant school ID. So they do, whenever the police come across kids, they still ask them for ID.
Well, I don't think they had school IDs back then.
You sure in the 90s?
Probably. I don't think so. I
went to school in the 90s.
But this was in the 80s. Like, remember, he didn't get caught till 91. So the Conrad boy had to be in the 80s. Because this is over a 13-year span. But yeah, to the police, they steady checking, and to deliver that boy back, and then he was
I would have felt too,
like it was just so heartbreaking.
I would have turned my own self in doing so. I couldn't have lived with myself doing.
But you know what's
like
crazy
that.
is when
and they
the police
got honored right after that.
I'm gonna tell you something. Hold on, that's false. That was just for Netflix. But the for the police to not even do a thorough investigation, because had they did investigation, they would have noticed the body of it was either Earl Lindsay or Tony Hughes that was laying in the bed unalive, just laying there. They couldn't have checked because Dahmer confessed that it was a body in the room, in the bed. They didn't check. They didn't do anything because he was gay. So they didn't want to, and y'all put in the comments, what do delouse mean? Because the police said they had to go get delouse after checking or whatever that apartment, because I guess it was gay, they had to go get cleaned or something. I don't know. But they did get fired. So let me tell you guys, the actual research that I found is that they did get fired, but they appealed it and was able to come back a few years later. It took a few years, but they was able to get their job back a few years later. But they did get fired. I guess the chief was trying to make it right, but Netflix put on and a show that they got awarded. They never got awarded. Why would they award them for giving back a child? You know what I'm saying? It didn't make sense, but Netflix did it for overhype. It was dramatic effect, but they really, in real life, they didn't get awarded for that. That was one of the dramatic
While we
effects.
here, what you think about the Life Jennings? Did you hear about the Life Jennings
That he was in there singing for them?
situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
I heard he was up in there singing for Dahmer. Now, my thing is this. Now, they might
he
not.
got
It
mad.
wasn't
He
no-
retracted his old stories. He said, take that story, John. I ain't telling y'all nothing else. I done told y'all this story. Now y'all just... He took the whole thing back, and he said he had a part 2. He said, forget y'all. I ain't giving y'all part 2.
Yeah, because, like, I know that, see, the internet not running wild like it was back in the day. Like, social media.
Oh, it's that time.
Social media and stuff is not, wasn't accessible back then, because had social media been out back then,
they would have called home and been like, I need you to search it, because they'll quickly call hon, can you look up such and such and such. They would have been found out. He would
have got called. But
back then you had to, only certain people can go up in that library and find out stuff,
and that librarian knew what she was doing. She knew that man was crazy when she gave him that article, because she said your clearance say you can't read stuff like this, and she still gave it to him. She knew what she was doing, and then he went in there unalive Jeffrey Dahmer and the other mate, the cellmate, the prison mate, or whoever the hell he was. he went and did them both in. And it was, now what got me, I ain't gonna lie y'all, but that hit home when he was like, oh, I made my victims zombies so they couldn't feel the pain. And that man said, well, you about to feel every second of this. I said, oh yes. Like, I got a little excited. I don't know if I was the only one that got excited, because he finally got, I don't believe in death for death. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I should say that, but I don't know how I feel about, death for death, but I do believe punishment wasn't enough
it's
that
like
they put him in life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
I
way
believe
that
he should have
they
got
use
something.
the system now, and that penalty it's for certain cases. That case would have been eligible for that penalty. Now, they don't use the punishments that they have according to how they should use it. You know what I'm saying? They use that penalty for other things that are don't actually deserve that penalty. You know what I'm saying? But if there was any case that deserved it,
it was that one.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just the system is just all whacked up and messed up.
So much in the whole
but
situation.
You better tie it on up. You don't want to be late.
What hurt me the most? No, I got to 137.
Oh, he pushing it all the way. You see how you get when you got a window.
To watch this whole thing, it wasn't because he was gay or anything like that, but I do believe in it. Racism played a big part, because
you can't even say racism. You have to say isms.
Isms. When he was younger, it's like they tried to play it up as if he had a mental disorder for why he did what he did. But had he been African American,
they wanted to research.
It would have been like, no, he's a gangster. He's a hoodlum.
They don't look at
our trouble past and say, okay, well, we had years of oppression. We had years of slavery. We went through traumatization, things that still go on today.
And I don't think the whole community has not healed from slavery. We haven't
because it's still modern. It's just different. I'm gonna tell y'all something real fast before I go. And this lady, I kid you not, I was in Publix. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say the name, but okay, it's hot. I was in the store, and this lady, I was standing there. Mind you guys, like I am blind, so I was just standing there waiting to cash out. But I can tell, sometimes you can tell if the voice is Caucasian or is it African American. Sometimes you can pick up the Southern in someone's voice. The accent in someone's voice, as far as like, you guys get what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to be ism or anything like that. But we both were standing there, and she assumed that I wasn't in line. So she started helping this other lady, which the lady had to come from behind me to bring her stuff up. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm standing here. She was like, oh, she was in line. I said, I was in line too. Well, I'm already ringing her up. Can you just wait for a minute? I said, no, I'm not going to wait. I said, I need you to cancel her transaction, and I need you to ring mine up. Well, I'm almost done. I said, baby, I'm going to tell you something. If you proceed to ring this lady out, and I just told you, I will have your job, and I will sue this company. Because I said, at the end of the day, you see me standing here. You didn't greet me. Well, you didn't say anything. I said, number one, I am vision. I'm blind. So I said, you can't assume that because I didn't say anything to you that I had an issue or I had a problem. But you, as a worker who is clocked in, is supposed to say, hello, welcome to so-and-so.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot rule. Anytime any guest or customer is within 10 feet, and that's been at most jobs I've been on.
It's everywhere.
You're supposed to greet them.
But
even if they
she
need help or
me,
not.
yeah.
But people done lost customer service.
is
People done
horrible.
lost that.
Horrible. Had she greeted me, she would have known that I was vision impaired, because then I would have known that you were talking to me, and I would have gave you, hey ma'am, because I would have been a snap. But I said it patiently, no ma'am, I do mind if you ring her out. I'm ready to go home too. I just got out of dialysis. I'm ready to go. And she got a lot of stuff. Well, I'm almost done. Well, you shouldn't have started. You better cancel it out. And I went. That's what she was like. Well, what do you want me to do? I said, just go get your manager. That's what we're gonna do here. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you because you don't got no power. So when I'm conversing with you, folks, no, go give me the manager. Yep, and she went and got the manager. And not only did they gave me, and it wasn't that I was trying to get anything free, because I told them, I said, no, I pay for it.
That's what they always say.
They assume that
when
we trying to get
you want
something
to be
free.
treated correctly, because I got a story time about that, about the work. You would never believe Chick-fil-A treated me the way they treated me. Not the best customer service in the world. But they always assume you're trying to get something free just because you want to be treated as equal, or as a patron, or as somebody that's coming to spend their money. We don't want to spend our money and be mistreated. Like,
Correct.
I hold grudges when it comes to that. It's whole places I will not patronize again that I used to patronize all the time and pay. I have no problem with paying. But when you come with that stuff, I no longer will give you money.
Right.
All right, well, I guess
all right,
we gotta
y'all.
go.
It's time for me to go be faking this job, y'all.
All right, thanks for joining us. All right, guys, it's your girl Cadillac.